Friends, so the past few days we've been working with fractions. One day we worked on just coloring, shading in how many parts that were used. And then the other day we worked on writing the fraction and reading them aloud. I want to show you another way that we use fractions, and another tool is using a number line. Okay, and it looks like this. So I'm going to show you a few of them today. So I'm looking at the top one. So sometimes they will give a 0, but sometimes they won't have anything right here, and that you kind of just need to know that, well, this means 0, okay? Because we're looking like in between something. If they don't have anything there, it'll most likely be a 0, but then sometimes they'll have a different number, like maybe 2. So I might be looking between 2 and 3. But these ones closest to the arrows will be most likely whole numbers, okay? So then if I know that this is a 0 over here, then this line over here has got to be a whole number 1, okay? So now I need to see, well, how many dashes in the middle of 0 and 1 are there to know how many is it split, the denominator. So I count, there's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Because remember, 1 whole is like saying 4/4, right? If I cut up a rectangle into fourths and I want the whole thing covered to be 1 whole, well, I have to color 4 of those parts. Okay? So 1 whole for this one is 4/4. So then I just kind of count in order. This one would be 1/4. Right here would be 2/4. Here is 3/4, and then I've got my 4/4. Okay, let's look at this one. So again, this is 0. This one has got to be 1 whole, big number 1. And then I count the dashes in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I know all of them, denominator is going to be 6. Okay, so then I can just start going in order. This would be 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, and of course our whole number is 6/6. Okay, let's look at these last ones. Same thing, it looks like there's 0, so this one down here is going to be a big number 1. And it looks like there's 1, 2, 3. So we're working with thirds, so this one's got to be 1/3. 2/3, and then of course our whole number 3/3. This one looks a little bit weird to me. So we've got our 0, so this one's got to be our 1 whole. And then there's only 1, and we still have to count that 2. So this is working with halves, and if you notice that this is right down in the middle, it's halfway point. So this has got to be 1/2, and this has got to be 2/2, or 1 whole. Okay, so when working with fractions, we sometimes use these number lines to help us determine how it is split up. And that's what I want you to do in your next activity.